welcome back into the channel, Eagles Syndicate Nation. Hope you are having a wonderful day today. Last night, we got some news that the Philadelphia Eagles made a trade. The Eagles are trading away Thomas Booker, defensive tackle, for cornerback Jakorian Bennett. Adam Schefter, of course, reporting this news. And for the Philadelphia Eagles, a trade here signifies a couple of different things to me that I want to talk about. But first, I want to talk about Bennett, the player. 5'10", about 215 at the cornerback position. The guy has burners, a 4.3 40-yard dash. Very, very fast player. And this is a guy that, whether or not he's a starter or a depth piece, is a solid cornerback to have. I liken this to the move in which the Eagles picked up Isaiah Rodgers, right? Untapped potential at the cornerback position. Bring him into the locker room. Maybe you have to play him. Maybe you don't. But either way, this is a very, very solid piece. I actually want to pull up some stats here on Bennett that just kind of go to signify how good he is. He was actually picked one spot above Keely Ringo in that draft. Jakorian Bennett ranks amongst NFL cornerbacks with 450 plus snaps, 18 receptions allowed, 3rd, 37 targets, 10th, 176 yards allowed, 2nd, 0 touchdowns allowed, obviously tied for 1st, 9 pass breakups, 4th, 62.4 QBR. So in his, short stint last season in which he played, the guy was uber effective for the Raiders. And I know that the Raiders defense wasn't, all that when they did play, but this guy was a bright spot for that defense. And I think when we look at the Eagles cornerback room and what they want to do, obviously we talked about Quinyon Mitchell yesterday. That is an outside corner for this team. That is a guy who is going to lock down his side of the field, Quinyon Mitchell, number 49 best player in football. Cooper DeJean, the 60th best player in the NFL, but they want to keep him in the slot. They want to play him at safety. He doesn't feel like the outside corner opposite of Quinyon Mitchell. They've been having a camp battle. Keely Ringo versus Adoree Jackson. And neither guy has really separated themselves. Based on some of Fangio's quotes, I don't think Ringo has quite lived up to what we were hoping he would be, and Adoree Jackson was always meant to be a depth piece. So the team goes out and makes a move and brings in Bennett from the Raiders, a move that I do think will yield positive results, and I wouldn't be shocked at all if by week 1, Bennett's the starting quarterback opposite Quinyon Mitchell. I wouldn't be shocked by it at all. Again, this is a very, very good player. Obviously, you could look at that glass half empty. The Eagles cornerback room, we have some questions. You lose Slay, you lose Rodgers. You got to replace those guys. And if you're Philly, you got to replace them with young talent. Yeah, you brought in Adoree Jackson, young or cheap talent. However, I think there is also a glass half full part of this. The Philadelphia Eagles have a ton of confidence in their interior defensive line because Thomas Booker's a baller. Any Raiders fan that's checking out this video, Thomas Booker could play. Absolutely. He's a guy that I believe should be getting more snaps at the NFL level than he is, but because he's in such a crowded room in Philly, he has not. But Booker could ball. But when you look at the Eagles' interior defensive line, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, that's your starters. Moro Ojomo, who's been tearing it up at training camp. Ty Robinson, who, the rookie, has been playing some good ball. You look at other guys on that line, Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt, Josh Uche, who's been tearing it up, Azeez Ojulari. It's a hard line to battle on. And ultimately, I think Thomas Booker was inevitably going to get the short end of the stick again. Philly sends him to Vegas, where after the Christian Wilkins release, he'll get some real opportunities, and we wish him nothing but the best. But Jakorian Bennett has a shot to be a real difference maker and a starter for this Philadelphia Eagles team. And regardless of whether it's him, Ringo, Jackson, iron sharpens iron. Howie makes moves like this, and they improve the roster. I don't know if Bennett's going to be the starting corner, but if he's not, if it wasn't already, the fire should be lit underneath Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson. Like Nick Sirianni said when asked about this today, we needed a little bit more depth at corner. We had a ton of depth at the defensive line. Philly makes another great, fantastic move, bringing in Jakorian Bennett from the Las Vegas Raiders. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on the trade in the comment section down below. If you love the Eagles and you're not yet subscribed to this channel, hit that button. I'll catch you next time. Peace.